Are you ruining your SSB because of these 5 mistakes? If yes, stay with me till the end of the video and let me help you decode them and learn from it. Jai Hind everyone. I'm Major Prajakta Desai. I'm an Indian Army veteran and now a motivational and military leadership coach. A lot of defense aspirants and previous SSB candidates ask me that they do not know the reason why they have not got recommended or they were screened out on the very first day. Most of the students do not know these are the 5 biggest hidden mistakes that they continue to do in each and every SSB that is not giving them the recommendation. So now I will break it down one by one and tell you the reasons behind it and also how you can improve upon it. The first one is lack of self-awareness. Most of us have got inspired because of the movies, the movie stars, the beautiful and the strong military history that we have, and also military officers and the veterans. Now getting inspired is one thing, and second thing is getting obsessed with it. Most of the students are not able to answer this question that why do they want to wear the uniform or why they want to be a part of the armed forces. First and foremost, you need to work on your why. Sit down and ask yourself, why do I want to be in this profession? What is it that is unique in me, a unique quality that I can offer when I'm in the armed forces? Am I up for having the 24/7 commitment towards my nation? Will I be selfless and put my citizens and my people first before myself? Am I ready for all the mental stress that I will be having, or I should it pop forward like, the physical stress that I will be having during the training, the mental agility that will be challenged every now and then. And this is not just limited to training. This is for the entire career that you will be spending in the forces. If you are up for each and everything like this, then let me tell you, you are 50% there to understand the why behind everything. Now, textbook answers will not fetch your recommendation. Each and every one of us is a different individual, just like the 5 different fingers on our hand, on our palm. So each one has a unique quality that we give to the armed forces or that will be utilized when we go on missions or when we lead our troops. So we must understand that these are my strengths and I'll keep working on my strengths and then I will improve on my negatives. Do not go for answers that are given by somebody else or answers that any coaching classes give you. Frame your own why. If your why is understood, then the first step towards your selection is ready. Coming to the second one, mistaking leadership for dominance. You would have heard the term fish market. Everyone keeps saying that the GD in the GTO task is a fish market. Now, why do people say that? Because most of the students make a mistake of screaming, yelling, dominating, literally pushing one another. Not physically, but just overpowering one another. Remember, this is not what the SSB is looking at. SSB is looking at pure officer-like qualities. Sometimes you can actually show those qualities even by remaining silent. If you've seen my previous videos, I have told you that silence is very powerful if it is timed correctly. So as a great leader, as a true and a smart leader, we must know when to speak and when to allow others to speak. You must have that kind of a tone in your voice. A commanding voice, good proper content. That means a good proper argument or putting up your points forward in a GD. And when you speak, ensure that nobody else is speaking. And when others are speaking, ensure that you do not interrupt. You may not agree or disagree to everyone's sentence, but it is important that you give everyone space. A true leader is not a person who just goes forward by himself or herself. A true leader is the one who takes the entire team together. So next time, remember that leadership is silent, is powerful, and it will show only when it is needed. Every time screaming and pointing will not help you fetch any recommendations. In fact, I would also tell you that do not be a passenger in your SSB. Be the leader of a train. So if you compare it with a train, you don't have to be the bogies, you have to be the engine. I hope that makes you understand what I'm trying to convey here. Now coming to the next point, which is inconsistency across all the tasks. You would have seen that the attitude of a person or your attitude changes You are one person in all the GD task, in the command task, in the half group task, in the military planning exercise, etc., etc. But as soon as you enter the interviewing officer's cabin, you are altogether a different person. You know why that happens? Because number one, you're not prepared. And the second most important thing is you are hiding a lot of things. The simplest solution to this is you need to be true. The first quality of an army officer or an armed forces officer is integrity. Speaking the truth and standing by what is right. So if you feel there's certain qualities which are on the negative side, you need to improve them. Let me tell you, there's not a single person in the world who would say that I am 100% perfect. Each and every one of us have a blend of good and bad qualities. And it depends upon us how much amount of bad qualities we can improve, or what are the certain things that are not being, completely impacting your life. But yes, you can just overshadow them and move forward. So if you know what are your good points, what are the bad points you have, you start improving upon them. You may not need to lie. If you do not know a certain answer, just say, I do not know, or maybe I'll come back to you later. But it is important that you show your true self. What I am in public and what I am in person should be same. You cannot have a facade or 10 different masks on your face. Let me tell you, they will fall down. So your uniqueness and your truthfulness will take you forward. Next is lack of knowledge. Poor awareness of your own world. Remember, when you are going ahead to be a representative of your nation or to lead your troops, if you have no knowledge of what your military is doing or what your country is doing, then it's a bad thing. You need to have basic information. You need to be situationally aware of the things going around you. A person who is interested in the things going around him is a person who has a heightened sense of awareness. They have more common sense and they can navigate difficulties easily. That person is ready to take on the task. So always remember to be at least a person who has an average knowledge about anything. You may have different opinions or I may have different opinion, but having the knowledge about a certain subject is essential. So whenever you feel that, current affairs is your weak subject, I will recommend you to subscribe to a good channel or a good app or a lot of newspapers or videos that come up regarding the current situation. Keep yourself abreast with everything. Next and the last one is crumbling down under pressure, especially in the psychological task. We all know psychological tasks are completely timed. There's a certain amount of time that is given to you when you write your situational reaction test or word association test or the TATs. Now in certain times, you fall prey to your panic, to your negativity and a lot of scare, or I would say a frightened attitude comes in you. Now this is what you are not supposed to show in your psychological test. Why? Because that will definitely impact your SSB scores. These tests are of your subconscious mind. So you can fool yourself, but you cannot fool the subconscious mind. So what's the solution for it? Number one, prepare. Prepare for your psychological test. Practice a lot of TATs, word association test, SRTs, and have a positive approach towards life. Know that we are not a super woman or a superman. We cannot solve all problems on our own. So we'll definitely need help. And I hope you students are understanding what I'm hinting towards. So when you're answering a SRT, we must know that we cannot give any superficial replies or replies which are really not possible in our day-to-day life. Something that is not realistic. So remember, your answer should be completely realistic. And another part to this is, I may prepare like anything, but I might have a problem of panicking under pressure, of getting scared, of having that chill running down my spine. And it is very common, let me tell you. Even a person who's completely prepared can face these kind of issues, getting negative thoughts, getting panic. So what is the solution for this? Number one is breathe. Breathe before your test. Have a calm and composed mind. Do a self-talk and tell yourself, why are you here? Number two, practice. Practice so that you do not have every time a negative thoughts coming. Do not overthink, especially in your SRTs, because the time is really short and you need to give crisp answers. Number 4, be practical. Do not give answers like we are in a fairy tale. Number 5, think like an officer, not a student. Keep your men, your people before you. Think like a person with a high IQ and a high common sense. So remember students, SSB is not an elimination test. It's a personality relevation test. What kind of a person you are. As I said, each one of us is unique. The armed forces do not want a person with extremely high IQ or extremely fit body or a person who's extremely good. They want a person who's a blend of everything. An average student who has higher common sense and a very good IQ, and a person who possesses leadership qualities. So next time when you're preparing for SSB, look out for these common mistakes. If you're doing it, now is the time for you to improve upon them. If you found this information very relevant and if you've liked this video, please like, share and subscribe and share it with all your friends. And if you have any questions, DM me. Jai Hind.